Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of my videos. It is day 5 of my walking challenge. Today I wanted to talk about weight loss and do a weigh-in for you. My weight has been all over the place, just like my emotions. It is very hard to get on here and talk about weight loss when it is harder for me to lose the weight because of my coping mechanisms. Especially, I have always used food to cope with how I'm feeling, and that's one of the things that I have to work on and I keep working on because I do very well when I'm feeling better and I can see those feelings more clearly when I'm feeling good. But when I am struggling, that's when the food gets a lot harder and the coping is more difficult. So an experience I had last night, I could feel myself just getting uncomfortable and finding myself in that position where I wanted to eat, but I wasn't hungry. So I decided to take myself out of the situation I was in and do something different, which really helped. I went outside and I played ball with my dogs. Sometimes I think my brain just needs a switch, like it needs to do something different to help to get out of like maybe the boredom that I am in or something, because whatever feeling that I get into, it leads to coping with food to help that feeling. I haven't always been good at recognizing that those emotions or feelings are coming up. So that's why it always leads to me going in the kitchen, scrounging around for something to eat, even though I'm not hungry. But the fact that I recognized that last night, that I was getting a little irritated, a little agitated, and I did something different. I changed it up. And I got myself out of the situation that was making me feel that way, that made me want to go eat some food even though I wasn't hungry, was a very big thing for myself, especially when I cope with food, because that's the thing I want to get my brain out of the habit of doing. Of any emotion that I'm feeling, I go to food. So the fact that I was able to do that last night, it's going to be a habit that I need to create. Of any time that I'm feeling a certain way, I need to remember, okay, if you're feeling like this, you have to do something different. Because I've always coped with food, with any feeling that is going on, I'm not good at recognizing that I'm having these feelings come up because I've always just gone to food. It's just how it is. So the fact that I can see myself starting to change and creating these different habits in my mind is freaking amazing. And I may not be on this crazy weight loss train of losing a ton of weight extremely fast, but the thing that is super important to me right now is changing the things in my mind because that is what is going to help me succeed and maintain the weight loss. Because yes, I could lose weight extremely fast. I am so skinny now or whatever and be happy about that, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to be happy about that because my brain is still going to be feeding me and sending me all of these bad thoughts. So the fact that I can rewire my brain to think more positively is going to be the best thing to help me with succeeding, to maintain my weight, because that is what this journey is all about. It has never been about that in the past. In the past, I have wanted to lose weight because I just want to be small because of how my body looks. I want to be happy with being small, if that makes sense. It was all about being skinny, being small. It was never about mentally how I felt inside. And that's why it never lasted for me, because I didn't work on myself inside in my mind. I never worked on that. And that's what I'm changing now, is working on those things to be more successful. I never worked on my coping mechanisms with food, and that's why I'm here today still, because I have to work on that. Like I said, if I lose all the weight now and be on some crazy diet that restricts a ton of food, it's not going to be any different. I'm just going to gain all my weight back. So those are the things that are super important to me right now. There are a lot of important things while I'm going through my weight loss journey and things that I have to change. I can't change every single thing overnight. I am a work in progress. I just have to be understanding to myself and not overdo it, because when I go crazy with things, it all blows up in my face, and I can't expect myself to do this and do this and do this and do this. It gets too overwhelming for me to have to change a bunch of things all at once. So it's like, I'll work on this one thing, I'll work on this one thing, or I'll work on those things together. And then once I feel comfortable and confident in that, then I'll start working on something else. It's like, I can't do, because I have so much to work on, I'm going to be honest, and I can't do it all. I cannot do it all at once. So I'm going to work on the things that I can. And then once I feel that, wow, yeah, you were doing good, I'm going to start focusing and working on other things. I feel very confident in the fact that I am moving my body. That is something that has changed so much in the past year. Like I've said in my videos, I went from laying in bed all day long because of being depressed to now, look at me, I'm getting so many steps in. So my body is moving so much, and I am up most of my day. I sit down to talk in videos because it's just easier for me, but the rest of the day I am up, and I am up pretty much all day long. Before that, I never got up. So my body is working. It's a working machine. Maybe not to the extent of some other people who are like construction workers and things like that. Yeah, my body, I would die like an hour into maybe being a construction worker, but I am up and my body is moving, and that's important. And I have done that for myself. I have changed the way that I eat tremendously. It's not perfect, by no means, no. There's a lot that I have to work on, but it has changed so much. The things that I put in my body are completely different than the things that I put in my body a year ago. I incorporate so many fruits, so many vegetables, and I view food in such a different way than I did a year ago. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I could still work on, but I have to focus on what I can, and I have to be okay with that, because if I get into my head that I am not doing it in the exact perfect way that I could, I overwhelm myself. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good overall. I really want to be working on the coping mechanism right now. That's really what's important to me, is identifying when I am feeling that way, because I haven't been able to do that like ever. And so that's when I find myself eating more food. So if I can work on that, I feel like that's going to be more helpful to my weight loss and maintaining my weight. And I have to remember to talk about my feelings. I am someone where I have to continually keep sharing my feelings, or I just don't feel better. And sometimes I will just shove my feelings in a box and just not deal with them, which really is not good. It is not good. But sometimes I do that, and that's where those coping mechanisms come in with food. But I have to change. I got to a point after the 100 days of weighing in where I was losing more weight, and I got down to 311. But then those things came up, and I stopped talking about my feelings, and it just got worse and worse. So gained lots of weight, ate lots of food, to help and cope on those feelings, which didn't help at all, really. It just made me feel worse. But I got to a point where I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? So then I finally talked to my wife about it, and after that, it has been very helpful. But I have to realize that I have to talk about my feelings because, like, I am a feelings person, so I gotta talk about those feelings. I can't hold those feelings in. But I just wanted to catch you up and talk about my weight because I feel like it is important on my weight loss journey to keep you updated and talk about the things that have been going on. It is hard getting on here and talking about those things, to have the fear of being judged. I know you all are very supportive on my journey, but I feel like it's the part of me where I have been bullied all my life for my weight. That's where it's difficult to get on here and talk about it, or talk about, yeah, I've gained some weight. It's hard, it scares me, I get nervous, but I still want to get on here and talk about it because it is part of the journey. I want to love myself for who I am because I've struggled with my weight my whole life, and that has been the one thing I've always wanted to change, is my weight. So I could never truly accept who I was because of my weight. I no longer want that. I just want to be able to be happy with who I am right now, in this moment. I want to be able to accept myself, to be okay with who I am. April 17th, 2023, I weighed in at 316.9. All right, so I wasn't planning on talking so much, but that just happened, so I'm gonna roll with it. Thank you for listening. If you have gotten this far in the video, I am now gonna go on my walk. I am starting off around 1,000 steps. I will see you either on my walk or when I get back from it. It is 71 degrees out today, which is hotter than usual, but there's a slight breeze to the air, which feels really nice. I'm about 20 minutes into my walk and I'm feeling really good. I am home now, and I have been home for a little bit because I know I said that it wasn't that hot outside, but as I kept walking and walking, it just got hotter and hotter. Sorry, I have a little puppy here. She is just wanting loves. But I came home and I drank a bunch of water. I changed my pants because I was wearing sweats, and I got into some shorts. I played ball with them. That's why she's breathing all heavy. But, oh, it was so hot. I laid in my bed. I turned the fan up high and I was just chilling for a little bit. Now I am feeling better, more relaxed, and I want to talk about how my walk went. Today, day 5, I walked for 42 minutes and got around 4,000 steps. Day 4, I walked for 50 minutes, and day 3, I walked for 35 minutes. So I am going strong and I am feeling great. I am absolutely loving seeing in the comments other people talking about how they are going on walks, they're doing this challenge with me, or they have already been walking every day for a while. It is so fun to see everyone else doing this and how they have been doing. So keep letting me know in the comments how you are doing on your walks. I love seeing it. It also gives me motivation to keep on going. Thank you so much for all of your support and watching another one of my videos. Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!